So it would find out whenever you put when you logged into the game, it would find out what day it was. It was a single player only, but it would find out what day it was, what month it was in the game, and it would load that version of the Quandary pack in for you.
It's just so nice to see the trees in the, you know, the oranges and browns and reds and everything. Shouldn't imagine it would be too difficult for them to do, you know.
No.
I think that's one of the nice things about mods, though, is that they tend to find the things that the game makers may have overlooked but are worthwhile putting into the game. I mean, we've had so many, haven't we, come into the game now that, although they're always reverse engineered ones and not usually the mod maker himself actually getting any credit for it. Well, so far in the time we've been here, I've picked up another 50 slime balls. Actually, I should have enough wool now. I think 31 will be enough just to... Well, I don't know. It'll be enough to finish off most of the... No, I probably won't. Probably need a stack. Did you see that video that Dwendon's linked to with the coffee shop?
Yes. Yeah, that was a very nice video there. I'm going to I think he's got a link to the the behind the scenes making of thing. I haven't seen that part yet, because I definitely want to see how he's got it fixed up and all. But yeah, it definitely shows just the sheer ingenuity you can get into with that whole technique, with the whole Tekkit pack.
Yeah. I mean, I shouldn't imagine it's much at all. I should imagine it's just a case of he's programmed the words into the screen and then the rest of it's just purely manual effects, you know. Delivers the coffee when you get so close or after a certain length of time. Putting the cup back in the system's no problem. It's just an obsidian pipe and that'll pull that back in. Been trying to think of a layout for my machine room and everything, because unfortunately with Tekkit not having the single player logistics pipes in it, it's much more complicated to make the systems do what you want them to do. Food check.
Now, what did the logistics pipes do?
Logistics pipes basically gave you an AI sorting device, whereas you just threw all your stuff in one chest, and the logistics pipes, you could make them clever enough to take all the stuff out, put it in the right chests, smelt what you wanted to smelt, and then send it to the chests. Gotcha. And then you could even actually then use it as an auto crafting thing as well, where you just click on a pipe and say, I want one of these pistons, and it would go and make the piston for you and bring it to you. I think that'll do. I think I'll put all the wool away now.
What was that mod was that a part of?
It's its own mod, logistics pipes.
It's its own mod. Okay.
I think so, yeah. But it just doesn't work in multiplayer. But I think it's still in Technic. Or it was last time I played with it.
Right. Just not a multiplayer version of it.
No.
Okay.
But that ability to just click on the pipe and say, you know, I want, because you're forever making gears, different versions of gears, wooden gears, iron gears, all that. You know, just say, oh, I want 2 iron gears. So it takes the logs and makes them into planks, then makes them into sticks, then makes them into gears, then upgrades them to the right gear and brings it back to you all within a few seconds. You know, it's just so lovely.
Yeah, watching the Tekkit stuff that Cage has been doing, I can see you could still do that. It's just going to be a lot more complicated.
Yeah.
Whole lot more machinery involved.
So much more, yes. Right. All I've got to do is ferry this stuff out to the windmill next time I go then. Don't think I'll need all them pine logs, but I'll take them. Didn't realise I lost 42 levels of experience on Tekkit the other day when I got killed by the blaze. Ooh, yeah, that hurt. So then I spent yesterday levelling up. I levelled up to level 50, and all I got was an Unbreaking 3 pickaxe. That hurt. That really hurt.
Yeah, that's something. Looking at the I guess previews, reviews, whatever you want to call them, of the current release. That's my lady. I am liking the anvil in that, and the fact that you can actually combine a couple of things and combine their abilities as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Get rid of combine some of these Smite 3 and Knockback 3 and nothing else swords I have, you know.
Well, one of the reasons I originally wanted to get into Thorncraft was that has an enchanting table where, you know, for a certain expenditure or large amount of expenditure of magic or this or whatever, you can actually choose what enchantments you put on something. You know, so that's really great. That you can basically say, right, I want a Fortune 3 pickaxe, and it say, right, well, you've got to pay an absolute fortune to get it, but at least you know you're going to get it. You know,
right.
Went exploring with Keeves last night. He was on for half an hour before I finished.
Oh, okay.
We was trying to get melon seeds. Well, I wanted melon seeds from an abandoned mine shaft, and he wanted redstone. So we went down into the abandoned mine shaft in that first mine he dug. Had a look down in there and everything. He seemed, I think he was wearing Order Creeper because he kept getting blown up by him, but not dying. But all I could hear was bang, bang, bang.
Jeez.
He really was. I think he probably got hit about 4 times in total.
Good lord.
Yeah. Anything I can come and help with? You just help me?
No.
Any materials or anything you need?
I said the only thing that I was doing today was, other than working on getting some videos up, was when I'd be online, I was just working on the biome over there.
Yeah.
I want to get started, you know, putting down a set of stairs, kind of like what you have at the Skylands, where you have it coming down from one side of the blimp going down. You know, I was wanting to do a set of stairs on the other side going down the other side with a nice fence and gate at the bottom and all.
Yeah.
Keep things out of it.
Well, we can do that. Like I say, I've got to pop over there anyway to take all the supplies across, because I think I've still got to put a little bit of wood up at the top of the windmill and a bit of wool, and then I've got to change a couple of walls.
Very cool.
And then the exterior I think is done. Then really it's just a question of putting in a couple of interior floors.
Yeah.
Maybe put a couple of paintings in or something. More just like a holiday home for me, that I think. Somewhere to go and chill out and relax.
It's been a little while ago. I was putting together, while I was working on the Brotanic 2.
Yeah.
I was recording bits and pieces of it, you know, behind the scenes making of type video, and good lord if it wasn't raining during half the time I was recording. Like, this server rains a lot.
Well, they say that it's supposed to rain in Minecraft every 2 hours, but it feels like so much more.
Oh, it has to be. It has to be.
I've still got to build the minecart station at this end and the far end of the Sky Bridge as well.
Yep, we do. Yeah, I think
Not very good with minecart stations though.
I think they randomize the weather a lot, like they randomize the damage.
I only have the one bed here.
Send back to the wife again.
Right, I'm level 30 now.
Yay!
Nice and quick that. Oh, I'm so pleased with that change compared to what other places like. And of course, I'm filling all these double chests here up with arrows and bones, and yet back at the my original base, of course, I've got like over 4 double chests, well probably 6 double chests full of bones and arrows and everything from the skelly spawner. We'll never run out of arrows.
No, no. And I've got at least 2 chests at my place loaded up with arrows.
I've only got 40 diamonds left. I'm running out fast, but I'm going to try and enchant a sword because I still want a looting sword. I'll not get it, I never do, but...
Yeah, the last time I was over here I was going for one of those, and yeah, that was when it was annoying the piss out of me. I got a smite 3 and the next one was like a sharpness 4 or something.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh. Could at least give me 2 enchantments if you're going to give me those crappy ones.
And that's something that we've quickly got used to, the fact that it always shows you the maximum level enchantment you can get. Oh, on that leveling up to 50, it took me about 10 minutes to get a 50 to appear.
Yes. Yes, I am very happy they changed that.
Oh, good grief. Not back to Bane of Arthropods 4. That's where all my diamonds are going. They're all going into useless, crappy swords.
It really does seem like we get an awful lot of Bane of Arthropods.
Yeah.
Those seem to come up a god-awful lot.
Oops. I've got a Fire Aspect 2 sword. That means in that case then I've put my good sword in the... Oh no, there it is. Good sword. Although that's a knockback to Bane of Arthropods 5, but it's got Fire Aspect 2 on it as well. Where's my minecart gone? I'll have put it in the chest over here, will I? Any idea what material you want to build your steps out of? Oak, birch, spruce. Or stone, or...
Yeah, hadn't thought about it much. Look, you haven't communicated with me all day. Why do you wait till now?
Because now's when she knows that you'll be available.
It's like a sixth sense, you know? Texture back here.
It's weird because if your wife's anything like mine, they seem to have this unearthly texting skill in which they can type back 2 or 3 pages worth of text in the time it takes you to type in yes, okay.
No, no, not mine.
Oh.
My wife never learned how to type. Just cultural difference from being here in America to where she grew up.
Yeah.
Here, I mean, you were expected. You got in high school, you took typing classes. Yeah, especially now.
Right.
You know, it's totally mandatory and everything now. Everybody's got computer classes now too. Which when I was coming through high school back in the early 80s, they had just my last 2 years of high school, my junior and senior year, were the first 2 years that they even had computer classes there. And the computer classes were, the computers that the school had were a couple of Radio Shack TRS-80s,
Oh right, we had the old BBC Micros and
exactly.
IBMs.
Exactly, with the big heavy block with the built-in monitor that was probably 6 inches wide, monochrome monitor.
Yep.
Which was 6 inches wide and had two 5 1/4 floppy drives.
Yep. Yeah, me too. Hit the first wave of it all.
Yeah.
But they didn't have typing or anything at our school. I had to self-teach myself typing. Touch typing the other day for what I was typing away and everything because I've got a deadline for next week and I'm typing away and the wife's standing there watching me and she says, "You never take your eyes off the monitor, how do you see what key you're pressing?" Practice. Practice.
Yeah, we had typing classes. They weren't mandatory, but they were highly recommended. So,
yeah.
Especially if you were planning on going to college. So, just about everyone learned, everyone who were in the prep classes anyway, the college prep classes and all, we learned how to type. Because we knew we'd be doing lots of papers and everything else. Oh, Lord, honey.
You're in demand. I was going to take a ride over to the farm and put this sword back because I must have brought it out by mistake from the cow farm.
Let me send her a message saying love you. Maybe that'll shut her up.
Never know, you might get treats then. Come on over.
No, Dexter's coming on in about an hour, so
Alright.
I know she'll be at least tied up until that's over with anyway.
Oh, kinky.
Where are you headed to?
I'm just heading back over to the village down the Skybridge,
okay.
just to stick this sword in the chest and come back again because
forgot you can get
I keep
there that
bringing
way.
it away from there and forgetting to put it in the chest when I'm coming away. I just use it for killing the cow so that the meat's already cooked. I don't have to bother cooking the beef.
Right. No, but so everybody, if you were going to college or whatever, you learned how to type. You took the typing classes and all.
Yeah.
And where she grew up, it's part of the middle class, upper middle class, in their culture back then. You were expected. That was considered like almost like menial labor, and if you needed something typed, you were expected to hire somebody to do it.
Yeah.
So nobody ever learned how to type. So she...
That's for secretaries to do, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, she's getting better at it. She can hunt and peck pretty quickly now. But Yeah, it's been a struggle for her, especially about 4 or 5 years ago, whenever the hospital went to total computer records.
Yeah, well,
And
unfortunately, it's becoming more and more part of everybody's job, isn't it? Paperwork.
oh yes.
Yeah.
So between the hospital converting to from paper charts to computer charts, and her picking up and learning how to text, and becoming a text addict here over about the last year, she's gotten pretty good at hunting and pecking.